Hi, I'm Kate, short Lindsay, and this is the first of what will be weekly health talks coming from me, which will be handy tips that you can apply to your life that will bring you greater health, learning to listen to your body more, and learning what foods are best to eat in certain seasons that will bring you the greatest amount of energy to boost your immune system and make your skin glow and make you feel great. So I wanted to talk today a little bit about sugar. And I'm a health coach, and I attended the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. At the time it was a live program in New York, and they talk about 8 causes of sugar cravings. And cravings in general, but one of them is, the first one is water. Often when we're craving energy, we're craving sugar, we're just thirsty, we're dehydrated, our bodies are wanting to expand, and water makes our cells and our tissues relax so that we can feel less tense. Stress and all of that creates a lot of tension in the body. The second is lack of primary food. So we can crave certain sweet foods because maybe we don't have enough sweetness in our relationships or in other parts of our lives. So primary food refers to all of those things besides food that nourish your life, your job, your relationships, your hobbies, your passion for life in general, pleasure, fun, all those things. The third one is an expansive contractive, learning about the balance between an expansive food and contractive food. Sometimes when we're eating too much contractive foods, like too much meat, we will crave things like sugar, which has an expansive energy, so causing the energy in the body to contract or expand. So meat causes us to contract, and that's on one side of the scale, and on the other side is the expansive energy, like sugar, which causes us to go, woo! And then we crave meat, something grounding, and then we crave sugar again. So it's this cycle where instead of eating foods on those extremes, we can learn to eat foods more in the middle, like vegetables, whole grains, and some fruits. And the fourth one is the inside coming out. So sometimes you crave something that you've eaten in the past, either food similar to what your ancestors ate or something you ate as a child. And it takes a while for our bodies to actually process that food, and it will be, coming out of our cells, either a cellular memory that's been embedded in your cells for a long time, and then so ways to combat that is that you can find a healthier way to eat those same foods and see if that eliminates it. So my favorite food as a kid was macaroni and cheese. So a way that I could eat that healthier would be to do whole grain noodles or gluten-free noodles, like a rice noodle, and add butternut squash, pureed butternut squash. You can get it frozen and just add it to the macaroni, and it looks like cheese. And then you could add any kind of cheese to that, like an organic, raw dairy. I don't really eat dairy, so there are alternatives to, like soy cheese and rice cheese and almond cheese. Or you could just do the butternut squash and then add a little nutritional yeast and a little rags, and it would taste really good. So the other one is seasonal. So we crave foods that grow in certain seasons because, for instance, right now in the winter time, we are craving the foods that are growing are things like sweet potatoes and butternut squash, which actually grew in the summertime. Having trouble figuring out where this goes. But they're being harvested now. And apples and carrots. So things that help us to feel grounded in the cold, that help retain heat. You might be craving more protein. You might be craving more fat, and that is all normal. These are, if you think about animals in the seasons and what squirrels collecting nuts for the winter, and those are really high fat and high protein. Those are the elements that our bodies need to stay warm during the winter. So the sixth reason is a lack of nutrients or lack of rest. So sometimes we will be craving sugar in particular, or because we just want energy, and our body, if you're eating a bunch of sugar without that's refined or refined flours, you're not getting the nutrients that normally come. If you eat an apple, it has fiber, it has vitamins, it has minerals, and you're getting the whole package. When you're just eating refined sugar, your body actually has to borrow minerals from its own stores to digest it properly. So the other thing is, when you're not getting enough rest, you're not getting enough sleep, we'll often crave quick energy. So it's important to get a lot of sleep, especially in the wintertime. Another is hormonal. So we all know during certain cycles, especially during pregnancy, during menopause, but during the monthly cycles when progesterone and estrogen levels are varying, that we tend to crave certain things at certain times. And those are important to listen to and to find the healthiest alternative available that you can substitute for. So instead of eating like a bunch of Hershey Kisses, you could eat some really high cacao percentage dark chocolate instead. And the eighth reason they list is de-evolution, and that sometimes we self-sabotage, believe it or not, that we will be doing really well, be eating really well, and then we'll backslide. And usually it's around the holidays when we go to Thanksgiving or have Christmas, and there's all these parties, and there's candy there, and it's available. But just remember your goals, and remember, always keep in mind, you might carry snacks with you when you go out to parties, or eat before you go if you know you're going to be tempted, and stay on track with your goals. And the other reason that I would list as a reason for cravings is stress. Stress does all kinds of crazy things to the body, and in particular it causes it to contract and lots of tension. So when I talked about the contractive expansive foods, stress will have that contractive feeling on the body, and the body says, oh, I need to expand, so I'm going to crave sugar. And that's the easiest way for it to get that expansive energy. Ways you can combat that are deep breathing, going for a walk, taking a nap. An 18-minute nap, one of my friends said, is the perfect amount of time. Not too much, not too little. And that's about it. That's all I'm going to talk about today. Stay tuned next week. Thanks for tuning in. I know this one was a little bit long. I'm learning this new technology and putting myself out there. I appreciate you following me, and I hope this helps. Sign up for my newsletter. You can go to www.innerhum.org and find me online. Sign up for my newsletter. Find me on Facebook, Inner Hum. You can like me on Facebook. Find me on Twitter, Inner Hum, as well. And share this video with your friends. Thanks so much. Bye.